Hi there. Today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting integers. Integers are numbers that don't have any decimals, they don't have any fractions. It's just all of the positive whole numbers, 0, and then all of the negative numbers without decimals or fractions. So the way that I like to teach adding and subtracting integers is I like to think about positive integers as money you have or money that you get, and negative integers as money that you owe or money that you spend. A lot of us like money, we understand money. It tends to be an easy way to understand the idea of adding and subtracting integers. Also, just to know, you can't owe money if you have money to pay somebody back. So all debts have to be paid right away. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of examples. All right, so in example 1, we just have all additions. Some of the numbers are positive, some of them are negative. Let's go ahead and use the money idea as a way to think of these. So our first one, positive 6, that means you have $6. Negative 4 means you owe $4. So if you have $6 and you owe a friend $4, you need to pay them back. And after you pay them back, you only have $2 left. Second one, you owe somebody $5. You have $1. Maybe you found it in your pocket of a pair of pants you haven't worn in a while. So if you owe your friend $5 and you hand them $1, they're going to say, okay, thanks, but you still owe me $4. Third example, you owe somebody $8. You come up to them and say, sorry, I need another $3. Can I borrow another $3 from you? They'll say, sure, but now you owe me $11. So that's negative 11 because you owe them $11. Last one's pretty straightforward. You've been doing these types of problems probably since first grade. 2 plus 7, it's as easy as it looks. You have $2, you find $7 more, now you have 9. Okay, for our second example, I want to start to introduce the idea of what to do when you are subtracting integers, and I thought it'd be good to start with some that we're pretty comfortable with, 2 problems we're comfortable with. We're going to compare 5 minus 3 with 5 plus negative 3. So 5 minus 3 versus 5 plus negative 3. Well, 5 minus 3, if you have $5 and you spend $3, you should know you're going to have $2 left. Over here, if you have $5 and you owe a friend $3 or you spend $3, you have $2 left. So similar problems producing the same result. And if you take a look at the first one, you can see that if we take this subtraction sign and we say, okay, well, instead of subtracting, I want to add. And if I'm adding and I want the result to be 2, I need to make sure that I represent the idea that I'm actually adding a negative. And you can see these are the same problem now. So 5 minus 3, which is our original problem, ended up with 2. 5 plus negative 3 ended up with 2. I can change any subtraction problem into an addition problem by adding the opposite. So they are the same problem with the same result, just said a little differently. Okay, so here's some notes that you might want to go ahead and pause the video so you can write them down. Every subtraction problem can be rewritten as an addition problem by what we call adding the opposite. So you can turn any subtraction to addition. You just follow these 2 steps. Change the subtraction sign to an addition sign. Step 2, then change the sign of the number after the subtraction sign. You never change the sign of the number before the subtraction sign. So take a moment, write this stuff down, and then let's show you how it works. All right, so here are 4 subtraction problems with integers. The first one's a nice one because you might be able to recognize that the answer to this one should be negative 7 without doing the whole adding the opposite work. So if we have 11 minus 18, that means we have $11. We want to spend $18. We don't have enough money. We are short $7. So you know the answer should be negative 7. We're trying to take 18 things away when we only have 11. That's not enough. Now, if you do the add the opposite work, that you don't have to do, but let's just do it to check it, to verify that it does come up with the same result. We first change the subtraction sign to an addition sign, and then we change the sign of the number after the subtraction sign. This is now a positive 18. We need to change it to a negative 18. And so now if we think of this as money again, we have a positive 11. That means we have $11. We have a negative 18. That means we owe somebody $18 or we want to spend $18. There's not enough. So we still either owe 7 or we're $7 short. Same problem, same result. Okay, part B and C and D are all examples where that adding the opposite work ends up being helpful, at least to me. There's lots of ways to think of this. This is just the way that I tend to go toward if you're someone who does already struggle with adding and subtracting integers and you've already tried it other ways. So let's go ahead and look at B. Negative 12 minus 5. I'm going to go ahead and change it to adding the opposite. So that means I change my subtraction sign. I change the sign of the number after. We never change the one out front. And now I can say, all right, well, I owe somebody $12. I need to borrow 5 more. So now I owe them $17. I should probably stop borrowing and start saving and working to get some money to pay them back. C, 16 minus negative 3. Definitely one where adding the opposite helps me. We have a positive 16. We're subtracting negative 3. I'm going to change this to addition. If I change this to addition, I have to change the sign of the number after it. It's a negative 3. I'm going to change it to a positive 3. Now this is just 16 plus 3. That's 19. Looks a whole lot better than what it started out as with 16 minus negative 3. Now, one thing I didn't mention, sometimes you'll see it where the second number is in parentheses with that negative. So like right here, they might have parentheses around it. Don't let that bother you. It's just highlighting the fact that this is a negative number and we also have another subtraction sign there. So it's just extra symbols. I tend to be a mathematician who prefers less symbols. All right, so let's look at this last one. Negative 8 minus negative 5. I'm going to change this subtraction to addition. I'm going to change the sign of the number after it. I owe someone $8. I now find $5 maybe in a pocket. And I can say, all right, well, here's $5. And your friend will say, all right, well, thanks, but you still owe me 3. So hopefully that helps you with adding and subtracting integers. And if you need to, rewatch the video, see if it gets a little bit easier the second or maybe even third time you watch it. Good luck with this. Thanks. Bye.